Joshua, what were the main reasons given for the latest adjournment of Nnamdi Kanu's trial to May 6, 2025?
Listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's second appearance in Nigerian court.
Well, good afternoon to you, Dashen. I am live at the Federal High Court where earlier counsels representing Nnamdi Kanu have briefed us. The adjournment was given to enable further cross-examination and presentation of witnesses by the DSS in this case. But let me tell you what went down in court today. Upon the commencement of proceedings, and the counsel representing Nnamdi Kanu was allowed to cross-examine the witness brought forward by the DSS. The question of the DSS, if earlier a video was played where Nnamdi Kanu was being questioned and interviewed in the custody of the DSS, where he had alleged that he had been interviewed without the presence of his lawyers. So they asked the witness of the DSS if he was among those responsible for the case of Nnamdi Kanu, and he said his own duty was to effect his arrest at the Golden Tulip Hotel, see him brought to Abuja and brought forward to the DSS. Now they asked him that upon arriving at the Golden Tulip Hotel, was there any incriminating evidence that noted that Nnamdi Kanu was a party to terrorism? Was any instrument of terrorism found in his custody, in which the witness said no? He was then asked if the lady who was in the company of Nnamdi Kanu at the Golden Tulip Hotel had any incriminating evidence that suggested that she was part of the alleged terrorism activity. Said no. They asked him for that if he had some properties of Nnamdi Kanu in his custody, and he confirmed that yes, he had them and was brought forward to the DSS. He had his cell phone, and they asked if upon analyzing the cell phone, he saw any incriminating evidence suggesting that Nnamdi Kanu perpetrated any act of terrorism, and they said no. So the question and the answers all amounted to no, 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 no. Now the counsel representing Nnamdi Kanu went forward and asked the witness that currently we are seeing some pockets of violence and insurgency and insecurity across the country. Are those insecurity connected to any agitation for emancipation of any group? He said no. Then the counsel representing Nnamdi Kanu went ahead to tell the court that his client is the only person standing trial amongst the group that was arrested sometime 10 years ago in company of Nnamdi Kanu. He's the only person standing trial for terrorism charges. Then they concluded the cross-examination, and the next adjourned date was adjourned to May 6th for a continuing of the cross-examination and presentation of further witnesses by the DSS.
We started our cross-examination today, and for hours run, and I guess we have made progress. We're getting there. The matter is set down for Tuesday, the continuation of cross-examination, and of course for new other witnesses to have. We believe, like we said last week, we're making progress. The trial is going on in a very congenial atmosphere, and we believe that we will get there.
Joshua, back to you. How did the court justify the use of masked witnesses? You know, what was the reaction from both prosecution and defense?
Well, for the use of masked witnesses, the officer of the DSS who has been identified as AAA, it amounted to no substantial evidence against Nnamdi Kanu based on what the lawyer has said. And subsequently, they are expected to bring more witnesses to prove their case of alleged terrorism against Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay. Now, can you describe the atmosphere in and around the Federal High Court during today's proceedings?
As usual, whenever Nnamdi Kanu is being brought to court, we are seeing pockets of DSS operatives and security operatives scattered around the premises of the Federal High Court in Abuja, along the highway leading to the Federal High Court, and as well as the neighboring building, which is the Ministry of Justice. Pockets of DSS officials are stationed around there. Even in the building, in the premises of the Federal High Court too, you could see pockets of DSS officials scattered around. And before you could get access into the premises of the Federal High Court, you are subjected to a very, very intense scrutiny of questioning you to where you are going. If you are a lawyer, you have to bring evidence that you have a case in court. If you are one who has, if you are a respondent in any pending case, you have to bring evidence that you have any business in court. And if you are a journalist, you have to bring evidence that you're a journalist, because already there is a submitted list of journalism of journalists at the gate of the Federal High Court. So that is how it is. The security is tense. Every area, every staircase, every port, every door is being manned by security operatives, ensuring they do their job.
So far, so good. Everything is going well. If Nigerian government continue in this trajectory, I think everything will end in praise. That is my own opinion. Like you've seen everything they accused him of. They will ask the prosecutor this and that, and they will always say no, 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 no. So we are here to see the final result. And my people, do not go away. It will continue on May 6th, 5th, 6, 7, and 8. Yes, 6, 7, and 8, perhaps. So we will be here to hear everything. And by the end of the day, Uhuru will be for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the peace-loving people, especially Biafra.